From a woman planting a finger in her chili and then suing Wendy's, to a man that tried to sue himself for $5 million, we take a look at 10 of the most ridiculous lawsuits ever. Number 10. Woman sues McDonald's over boiling point of water. 79-year-old Stella Liebeck sued McDonald's in 1992 after she spilled a 50-cent cup of coffee onto herself in a parked car and gave herself severe burns. Given that the car was parked, we are surprised that Liebeck did not also press charges against her central nervous system for having Parkinson's. However frivolous the suit, the jury awarded Liebeck $160,000 in compensatory damages and $2.7 million in punitive damages. Number 9. Jackass sues Jackass over defamation of character. In 1997, Montana man Bob Kraft legally changed his name to Jackass to supposedly raise awareness about the dangers of drunk driving. In 2003, the man who represented himself sued Viacom for $10 million in damages for injury to reputation and defamation of character because of the release of their feature film, Jackass. Apparently, the movie made him look bad by association. As reckless and dumb as the Jackass boys are, even they wouldn't change their name to Jackass. Number 8. Woman sues college over unmarketable degree. Arguing, essentially, that a college degree or diploma guarantees employment, Trina Thompson of New York City sued her alma mater, Monroe College, for the $70 grand she spent on a bachelor's degree in information technology. She is also demanding $2,000 to ease the stress of a 3-month job search that yielded nothing. In Thompson's opinion, any employer would be lucky to have a student with a 2.7 GPA like hers. But the office advancement favors those with a 4.0 or closer. Number 7. Woman frames Wendy's by adding a finger to her chili and sues. In 2005, Ann Ayala bought an order of chili from Wendy's in San Jose. With a severed finger her husband, Jamie Placentia, had purchased from a coworker, she rendered the soup extremely FDA unapproved. She then filed a claim with the franchise. However, lab tests revealed no traces of saliva on the digit, which there would have needed to be in order for Ayala to determine it was crunchy. The tests also showed that the finger was not consistent with something cooked in chili for 3 hours. Ayala and her husband were both imprisoned on conspiracy to commit fraud and grand theft. Number 6. Cleaners lose judge's pants. He takes them to the cleaners. Custom Cleaners in Washington, D.C., like every other dry cleaner in the galaxy, promises same-day service, or satisfaction guaranteed. When the company lost a pair of Judge Roy Pearson's pants in 2007, he sued them for $67 million. The judge ruled in favor of the store owners, but they had to shut down 2 locations to finance their legal bills. Pearson was fired because it was deemed that he lacked appropriate judgment and judicial temperament. Number 5. Man sues beer company for false advertising. In 1991, Richard Overton sued the beer company for false advertising, claiming that it caused emotional distress, mental injury, and financial loss. The case was dismissed due to the obvious fantasy of most alcohol marketing. Later, in an interview with the Kalamazoo Gazette, Overton said that the image of him as a sexual no-show who drinks Bud Light so he can get girls was false. He's married with 3 kids. Number 4. Man sues himself for $5 million for violating his own civil rights. A prisoner at the Indian Creek Correctional Center in Chesapeake, Robert Lee Brock sued himself for the violation of his civil rights for $5 million in 1995. His argument was that by going out and getting drunk, he got himself arrested, which is contrary to his religious practices. However, since he did not have $5 million to cede to himself, he asked the state to provide it for him. Judge Rebecca Beach Smith, unimpressed with the ludicrous claim and the handwritten 7-page lawsuit, still applauded him for his innovative approach to civil rights litigation. The case was thrown out. Number 3. Man sues Michael Jordan for slight resemblance. In 2006, Oregon man Alan Heckard sued basketball legend Michael Jordan for $416 million, saying that their slight resemblance had caused him emotional pain and suffering, defamation, and permanent injury. He said that he couldn't go out in public without being mistaken for the basketball player, even though he's 6 inches shorter than him. Heckard finally dropped his suit against Michael Jordan, as well as his suit against Nike, which allegedly made Jordan a star for the same amount. Number 2. Psychopathic Pimp sues Nike. In 2013, Sergio Gyro Clardy, a violent pimp in Portland, stomped on a man's face after he refused to pay for his prostitute. The John required stitches and plastic surgery. Clardy, in response, sued Nike from prison for not adding disclaimers that their products can be used as violent weapons. Under product liability, there is a certain standard of care that is required to be upheld by potentially dangerous products. Number 1. Drug-addicted criminal sues McDonald's over napkins. Webster Lucas went to eat lunch at McDonald's in January of 2014. With his brown bag of food, he was only given one napkin. When he asked the manager, Angel Arcega, for more, the manager mumbled something about "you people," meaning black people, under his breath. Lucas then filed a $1.5 million lawsuit against the company for the undue mental anguish of both not having enough napkins and being treated unfairly when he wanted more. During the trial, Lucas's history emerged. In 1985, he was sentenced to 27 years and 8 months in state prison for sexually assaulting and robbing an 18-year-old man in a jail cell at a Los Angeles police station. He did not remember the incident because he was high on PCP.
Check out our other videos and remember to hit the subscribe button for more videos every week.